Alright guys, today I'll be reviewing Daredevil Dive at Six Flags over Georgia. This is the 2011 gerstlauer Eurofighter here, and I gotta tell you, I was a little disappointed by it. I thought it could be better than a ride like Tantrum for sure, but it definitely wasn't, and I'll explain why in this review. So to start off, I will say the presentation is great. It has a really nice color scheme, and it's got this whole plaza, and it just looks like such a grand view, such a grand entrance. You can see most of the ride, and it's really cool. But in the queue line, there's absolutely nothing. This queue is absolutely barren, and you do not want to get stuck in that queue. So I lined up for Running of the Bulls, and I was easily first here. So I got a Zen ride on this, first ride of the day. But I saw after I was done, it was already up to like a 15-minute wait. And that is because the capacity is so bad on this ride. You do not want to get stuck in this line. So go here right away at Running of the Bulls. And you're going to pull down these lap bars. And they're a bit different than the other gerstlauer Eurofighters. And I don't know if this is the same for like Lynette and Anubis, like the other 2x3 trains. But yeah, they're more like a brick shape instead of a clamshell like the ones on, say, Tantrum are. I don't know, I just like the ones on Tantrum more. I feel like these hurt a bit more, and maybe that's just because I rode Air Force 170 times before going to Six Flags over Georgia, but yeah, it might be because of that, but I don't know, just something about these brick-shaped lap bars didn't feel right. So you're going to pull out of the station and go up your vertical lift hill. These things are always fun. And then you hit the top and go down your beyond vertical drop. Now, usually these give ejector. I only got floater. I don't know what was up. I know I was in the front, but I feel like being 2 rows back in the back row wouldn't have made a difference. This I feel like is just a weaker first drop. And I could see in the profiling, like this crest looks a lot larger than looking at Tantrums or even Impulses. That's not even a gerstlauer. So after that, you're going to hit a very worthless valley. All the valleys on this ride do absolutely nothing. So then you're going to head into the dive loop. This is one of the better parts of the ride, but still nothing too insane. You're going to get a bit of laterals going into it, getting chucked to the left, and then you're going to hang for a bit. Not really great hang time, but it's something. And then dive back down. You're going to sort of feel the speed at this point, but then it's going to be ruined by this top hat. You do nothing on this top hat. This is one of the biggest wastes of space I've ever seen. 0 hint of lats, 0 hint of airtime, just nothing. So after this, you're going to hit an Immelman. That's not really an Immelman in my opinion. More feels like a bank turn. So that was interesting. Nothing really too special there. I didn't really get any forces. More of a transition into the mid-course, which then you go up into the mid-course. And it does slow you down, but weirdly enough, that's a good thing. And I'll get to why in a bit. So you're going to head out of the mid-course and go to the left. This does nothing. And then, big shocker, the next S-Hill does nothing, but I suspected that because this thing was so elongated. And then you head through a tunnel through this turnaround to the right, and this is actually pretty good. You feel the speed in here, and then you hit the saving grace of this ride, and that is the Heartline roll. Again, maybe I felt it a bit more because my thighs were demolished from Air Force 1, but I really felt the hang time here. It obviously wasn't like a 0G stall on an RMC or anything, but it still gave a great dose of hang time and a bit of laterals too. So yeah, that's definitely the highlight of the ride. And then you turn right into the brakes. So that's your ride on Daredevil Dive. Overall, it's a pretty smooth ride. It has a bit of a rattle, but I don't really care. So yeah, overall, Daredevil Dive, it left a lot to be desired, I felt, but that being said, it's still got a few airtime moments and a great finale, so for Daredevil Dive's final score, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. There's nothing too bad about it, but nothing too good about it either. It's a fairly average good ride. Like, don't expect to want to get back in line for this thing, especially since it has a huge line. But yeah, it's just nothing you need a marathon. So that's my review of Daredevil Dive at Six Flags Over Georgia. Let me know what you guys think of this ride down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.